Welcome back, everyone. Today, let's look at something that doesn't fly. Portable power supply is no stranger to us FPV or drone pilots. Many carry a big lipo or even a car battery to a flight gathering or trip. Wonder how would this compare to the conventional ways of field charging? The ALLPOWERS R600 has a similar dimension of a car battery. It weighs about a third of a typical car battery at 12.4 pounds, while the capacity is about half at 299 watt-hour. The power supply is paired with a foldable solar panel. It's slightly heavier than the R600 itself, somewhat bulky, but it can keep the 600 charged all day long on a sunny day. Unpack by detaching the straps. It's fairly trivial and easy to deploy. 4 panels are exposed after fully extended. Each panel has a kickstand at the back, secured by Velcro. Tilt angle is adjustable to track the sun better. Power cables are hidden in the front pouch behind the panel on the left. 3 sets of adapter cables are included. Proprietary connectors with XT60 plug can be connected to the R600. The second set is 5.5 millimeter power plug with 5 adapters for laptops and other devices. The last set with alligator clips for charging car battery. Hold the power button for 3 seconds to turn on the R600. In case it does not turn on, plug in the power first and wait for a few minutes. Hold the power button to turn it off. On the right, a panel door conceals the power socket, reset button, and the XT60 power input. Plug in the power cable to start charging. Charging stats are displayed with the power cable plugged in. The display dimmed after idled for a few minutes. Short, press the power button to bring it up again. 48% at 45 minutes mark. At 90 minutes, the R600 is almost charged up. Let's measure the temperature while it's charging. If you like my content and the R600, consider subscribing and use the affiliate links in the description to get a 10% discount. In ambient temperature at 20 degrees Celsius, the unit does not seem to get warm, varied between 25 to 29 degree. Charging completed at the 100-minute mark. Next to the collapsible carrying handle, the R600 has a wireless charging port at 15 watt max. Weatherproof car auxiliary power outlet, rated at 12 volts, 10 amps, or 120 watts. Dual 120 volt grounded power outlets with rubber covers. Dual USB-C PD ports with 100 watt output each. And 2 USB-A 3.0 ports at 36 watt combined. Integrated LED light that toggles different modes by a button. The right power button toggles all USB ports, car auxiliary charge port, and wireless charging. Hold the button for 3 seconds to enable Bluetooth connection. Outlets and the LED light can be turned on and off remotely. Battery level is also shown in the app. It appears that phone charging is still triggered. Even the USB ports are turned off. Eventually it stopped and no charging actually occurred. The issue does not occur when using a laptop. USB-C needs to be enabled before charging works. Testing the car auxiliary port and AC outlet, each connected to a charger. The car auxiliary port powered up almost immediately, followed by the AC outlet with some delay. Start charging on the right charger connected to the AC outlet via a separate 120 volt 10 amp power supply. Followed by the charger on the right, powered directly off the car Aux port on the R600. Voltage dropped below 12 volts and charging stopped? Just to be certain, both chargers are now connected to the separate 120 volt 10 amp power supply, which is powered from the R600 AC outlet. Charging has begun, and no issue at 2.2 amps current, with the same 3S 2200 milliamp hour battery. Turning on the second charger and start charging two 3S 650 milliamp hour lipo at the same time. No issues with both chargers pulling around 50 watts from the AC outlet. Let's hook up another charger with the car Aux port and see if it makes a difference. Voltage dropped to 11.8 volts after a few seconds. Finally stabilized at around 11.4 volts. Unlike the previous charger, this one does not stop charging but displaying warnings only. Voltage returned to over 12 volts as soon as charging stopped. So the 12-volt car Aux port may not work with devices that are sensitive to voltage drop, or adjust the input voltage of the device to a lower level if possible. Hooking up multiple devices to test with a heavier load, a gaming laptop on the USB-C connection. LiPo charger number 1 on the AC outlet, charger number 2 on another USB-C port, charger number 3 on AC outlet via the same 12-volt power supply. Start charging on charger number 1 with a 4S battery at 0.7 amps. Plugging in a 3S LiPo at 2 amps to charger number 2. And finally, 4S LiPo at 2.2 amps begins charging on charger number 3. Current increased to 140 watt range. Let's check the temperature of the R600. Start with the top. The R600 stays cool under heavier load, just like when it was recharging. And finally, the back of the unit. A rare break in the rain finally, and we are testing the solar power panel before the sun sets. Probably not a good idea to lay it flat, as the grass is still moist and the sun is fairly low. Pointing the panels towards the sun. Should have taken the cables out before setting up the panel. Finally, plug into the R600X T60 input, and it starts charging automatically. It is about an hour and a half before sunset. I am getting 23 watt output from the solar panel. The spec reads that it can get as high as 200 watt. I may try again on a sunny day in the summer, with the sun dipping lower and covered by cloud. The output drops to 11 watts, still enough to cover charging a phone wirelessly. Battery level does not seem to sag in cold weather at 7 degrees Celsius. The R600 portable power supply is quite versatile. It has numerous output ports for up to 8 devices at the same time. Dual 100-watt USB-C ports is a very welcome feature for high-power devices such as laptop and tablets. Consistent battery level in cold and warm temperatures is a plus. The unit stays relatively cool, recharging and discharging even under heavier load. At 299 watt-hour capacity, one of the highest in the market, it can even serve as an UPS unit for home. On the downside, the car auxiliary power outlet on the R600 has voltage sag under load. Voltage-sensitive devices such as lipo chargers may need to connect to the AC outlets instead. Overall, the R600 is a solid performer. It certainly beats lugging a car battery and an inverter around. It is great for flight gathering, trip, even as backup power for home and small office. Thank you very much for watching. So, what do you think of the R600? Let me know what you think in the comment, and I will see you on the next one. If you like my content and the R600, consider subscribing and use the affiliate links in the description to get a 10% discount.